What's up guys, Atapark here, and today we have a new video in the series, So You Want to Make a Guild. This is very obviously where we sit down for a few minutes and we look at various things when it comes to starting and managing a guild in World of Warcraft. This is things like creating a raid schedule and who you should and shouldn't be looking for when you form and manage your guild. Officers that you should promote, things that you should look for, stuff that you should start doing before you even make the guild, things that are going to be outside of the game itself. Now, with all that being said, and hopefully what I've portrayed in the previous videos in this series is that it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot more than people realize. My question to you, the prospective guild leader, the prospective raid leader, one of the people that is going to step up and step into the ranks of guild and guild management and guild leadership is this. Can you handle it? Is it something that you're willing to take on? And the reason why I ask this is because of a scenario that happened in my normal primary day-to-day job. So I work, as a little background, in the IT field. I am a team lead for a group of technicians that go out and we fix your computer. And we had a new guy join the team, and he was learning the ropes, and this is a very new guy. And by all accounts, he didn't look like he was going to be that successful. He seemed to be very overwhelmed by what he was learning. He seemed to be very incredibly slowly learning the job. He had a hard time understanding a lot of what was going on, and in general, a lot of difficulty. And one of my concerns was that his excitement and his rush to take the job may have put this illusion that he would have no trouble with the field, that he had basically bitten off more than he could chew. And fortunately, it seems like he's going to be okay. But with that being said, one of the things that I asked him after observing him for a few days and working with him and teaching and managing and trying to direct him, ways to improve himself, was I pulled him aside and said, look, there's a lot going on. The team itself is incredibly busy right now. And I want to make sure that you are in a position where you are comfortable with the way things are going. That things aren't too difficult. That things aren't progressing in a way that you think that you won't like the job. Things are working out to where you truly believe in your heart of hearts that you can take on all these responsibilities and you can run with them, and that you can be autonomous and you can be a lone wolf, because that's what the job entails, is being able to be self-sufficient and not have me worry about you 24/7, because I have a billion other things that I have to deal with, and so does everybody else on the team. And with that conversation, it got me thinking about scenarios like this where you have guilds, and especially you guys are going to see them when Legion hits, here in a month. You'll see a million guilds pop up where, of course, everybody wants to be the raid leader. Everybody wants to be the guild leader. Everybody wants to be the guy in charge. I'm going to say guy, the guy or girl, they want to be the person in charge that's the one that gets to tell everybody else what to do, and they get to skirt around all of the heavy lifting. They don't have to interrupt because they're the guild leader and they're telling everybody else what to do. And they don't have to contribute to the guild bank because they're the guild leader, and they don't have to do this because guild leader, and they don't have to do that because guild leader. And whatever the excuse is, they think that they are going to be essentially hot shit, that they're going to be able to take on all these pressures, all these responsibilities, all this management, all these stressors, and be perfectly fine with it. And honestly, most people are going to be okay with it. But I will tell you this, if you are jumping into a guild or a raid lead position because you don't want to do something, that's a topic for another discussion, but that's not really what you should be doing. If you think that you aren't going to be able to handle a stressful environment, now the assumption always when we're talking about these videos isn't, and no disrespect to the guys that are here, but it's not the guys that are running a guild where if people log in, we might try to raid this week. If people don't log in, it's cool. That's not what we're talking about. That is not at all what we've ever been talking about. What we're talking about is a guild, whether you are doing normal, heroic, mythic plus, whatever the case might be, world server first guild, or you're in last place. As long as you're trying to progress, you have a set schedule where, look, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from noon to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to raid. Of course, that's ridiculous, but you guys get the picture, is that, as long as there is a set schedule, and that you and the group as a whole are looking to push yourselves and progress, that's what we're talking about. So, with that being said, as long as you are in this situation where you want to progress, you aren't going to be able to slack back and not handle the responsibilities. And you are going to have a lot of stressors on you. You're going to have people that can't show up because of work. Wife aggro, have to take care of the kids. If something happened to their computer, you're going to have to deal with constantly recruiting because I don't want to play my healer anymore. I'd much rather play a mage because that's the, whatever's top DPS on the, in the game right now. The flavor of the month and oh, that person got loot and I should have gotten it. And, drama, stress. And you can sit there and you can tell yourself, my guild is a stress-free guild. We are a no bullshit, no drama guild. Do you have people in it? Do you have people that are competing against other people? Are you pushing your players and saying, look, here is the benchmark. If you're not hitting it, we'll replace you. Because if you are not, then again, this isn't the video series for you. If you are, you're going to have drama. And drama's okay to a certain extent. We're not going to say that you're going to be drama free or that, you should expect to never have drama, because you're going to have it. And drama and competition and stress are good things for the raid environment as a whole. But if you think that that as a raid or a guild leader that you cannot handle these stressors, that you can't handle that pile of work and managing or having someone else manage and making sure it's done, the guild website and guild bank and guild message of the day and recruitment and checking on people and making sure logs are uploaded and this, that, and the other. If you think that you cannot handle it, then regardless of how you think a guild should be ran, regardless of how good of a player you are, regardless of any other factor, if you cannot handle the stress that comes along with the position of leadership, then you should not at all 100% be in a position of leadership. I'll tell you guys this. Before I was the guild leader of the guild that I have been a part of for damn near a decade now, we had a guy that led the guild, and he was and still is an amazing player. Not that I with all respect, I will say that this guy is an amazing player. He's a incredibly intelligent person. He holds a doctorate in chemistry. I mean, this guy is a freaking genius. Literally, he is a genius. He is an incredibly smart guy. He could not handle the stress of being a guild leader. And you could tell. He could rattle off, you give him any chemical and he can rattle off every single, any ingredient in it and this, that, and the other. And the dude was very intelligent. But when it came time to call out targets and, okay, this person, go left, this person, go right. Let's focus on square, kill X. Whatever, CC, Moon. and he had to call things out, he couldn't handle it. And he would consistently, kill X, square left, square. Dude, what are we killing? And it was stuff like that where he couldn't handle the stress. That really showed just the, I don't want to say ineptitude, but the inability for some people to be a guild or raid leader. And it's okay to not be able to handle that stuff. That doesn't mean you're a shit player. That doesn't mean anything else. It just means that you cannot handle the stress, and you shouldn't put yourself in that position. Do yourself a favor. If you can't handle it, don't take it on. Because if you are unable to physically handle the stress of being a leader, being put in that position isn't going to make it okay. You're going to make it 100 times worse. And you could create irrevocable damage to yourself as a player, yourself as just in general a person, a guild, a raid team, all this stuff. You could completely pull apart your raid team because you can't handle the stress, and you go off and you yell or you curse at somebody, or you start getting headaches or migraines or whatever. If you can't handle it, don't do it. Now, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, throw them in the comment section below. I greatly appreciate you guys watching and supporting me. You can follow me on Twitter. All the information is in the description down below. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Both of those things encourage me so much more than you guys will ever realize to continue to make content like this. And until next time, guys, I'll see you.